Just seen the trailer. I really enjoy the trailer. Something like this comes to you. Do you prefer a narration or do you prefer, say, I'll read in my own space?
Actually, I prefer reading.
Okay.
I don't like narrations at all.
Okay.
I always read.
Okay.
And I really like the idea, because comedy spy thriller is something that we've not seen before.
This trailer is really funny from what I saw. So, is it a space you would like to go all out with a comedy?
I'd love to. I love comedy and I'd love to explore that more. So I hope that I get more opportunities. So many actors don't have necessarily, as you said, the control and the authority or the ability to just walk away and say that I'm not going to do it.
Do you see a lot of it, or things have become better?
I mean, sometimes it's quite exciting. Sometimes it's difficult if you don't agree with it. Kashyap works like that.
Right.
But
that's a talent actually.
Or Sriram works like that. Hi, this is Radhika Apte and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
Radhika, welcome to Bollywood Hungama. Good to see you once again.
Same. Thank you for having me.
Radhika, explain to the audience, you don't live here. How much time do you spend here? How are you managing this double life of staying there? And what is life like there?
Yeah, I sort of spend my half a year here and half my year there. Okay. I'm trying to. I love performing. I absolutely adore performing, but I'm also trying to write, and I'm want to learn writing. So when I'm there, I'm mostly doing that.
Okay.
I come here, I film, I do promotions, and I go back. I visit my family and my friends. I have loads of amazing friends here. My family is here. So life is actually split between the two.
Right.
It has its own advantages because you get best of both worlds sometimes. Yeah. But it's also you're always missing the other home, so you're always homesick, in a way. But I like this lifestyle.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is home? This or that?
I think both. I think both. I mean, home is in Pune, home is here, home is in London, home is at Bennett's parents. So it's. I think I feel like wherever I am, I make that my home. If I'm shooting in wherever, that's home.
Right. So you're saying when you're there, you're also writing and you're doing things that is it because when you're here, there's so much hustle here and so much noise and shooting, and you think that's best managed there? It's giving you an opportunity to actually do that.
Yeah, it's very hectic here in Mumbai. I mean, when I come here, time just gets occupied instantly, and I'm not complaining. By the way,
true.
I'm very grateful for that. But in London, I get time for myself. I get time to do things that I want to do. Okay. Life is more what do you say? Routine. There's a routine to my day. Right. There is no routine. Like you have 25 night shoots, then you have like other day shoots, and then you're like, when are you sleeping? You have no idea. I like the routine. I never liked it before. I think it's a few things that when you grow older, you feel like you quite like certain things. So I quite like the routine and I quite like the adventurous, crazy lifestyle here. Right. So I'm getting both.
Right. I saw that. I've just seen the trailer. I really enjoyed the trailer. My first question is this: when something like this comes to you, do you prefer a narration or do you prefer, say, I'll read in my own space?
Actually, I prefer reading.
Okay.
I don't like narrations at all. Okay. I always read.
Okay.
But when this came to me, they didn't have a script.
Okay.
So they wanted to just meet, and I always tell people, don't give me a long narration because I stop listening after 10 minutes.
I know a lot of people have this.
And it's not because of your narration. True. I just stop listening. Yeah. So I do prefer reading. Right. But she just briefly told me what the idea was, and I really like the idea, because comedy spy thriller is something that we've not seen before, and it's very relatable. I love comedy. Actually, nobody thinks of me for comedy, but so that was another thing I wanted to do, and it's relatable. You've seen these women, like you've seen women compromising on their own dreams and sacrificing whatever they want to do for family all the time. So I think it was that too.
Right, you're saying people don't think of comedy and they don't think of you. That's because the minute there were scenes in Monica, Oh My Darling, and where you came, people were laughing.
Yeah.
This trailer is really funny from what I saw. So, is it a space you would like to go all out with a comedy?
I'd love to. I love comedy, and I'd love to explore that more. So I hope that I get more opportunities.
We see from the trailer, we've seen this genre on OTT doing very well. What kind of an undercover person is she?
I mean, I can't say much, but of course she's an agent who hasn't worked for a long time.
Okay.
And then suddenly she's been asked to come back to work and she has forgotten everything. So it's quite sweet and quite cute, because she's quite clumsy and quite silly about how she goes about things.
Right. So from the time you were narrated this, and briefly, when it comes to finally, when it's over, do you, if you get a feeling that this has shaped up exactly like I was told, that things are great. If suppose sometimes when things don't shape up,
a lot of times, trust me,
then what does an actor do?
Nothing.
Can't do anything.
Nothing. They don't shape up the way. I mean, a lot of times, I think in India, at least, I don't know, I've not worked abroad a lot. I find it a bit difficult when people don't give you the script and then it comes much later.
Right.
And then there are lots of things that you would have had a problem with, but now they're shooting.
Yeah.
Now we're shooting.
You're already in the middle of it.
And sometimes people change scripts. I've had films where I've worked on where scripts were changed a minute, like last minute, so last minute. And you're like, I don't agree with this, but then you have no option because the whole unit is standing and waiting.
Right.
And even though things are in your contract, things are not done, things don't go as per the contract. It's very hard. So sometimes people don't like what they watch and they come to you and say, how could you do a film like that? And I'm like, you think it's easy to
control, right?
It's not in my control. And so many actors don't have necessarily, as you said, the control and the authority or the ability to just walk away and say that I'm not going to do it.
Right. This is such a yesteryear's way of working. Like, whenever it happens,
yeah.
I've been on earlier back in the days, been on the sets where the producers, writers writing here and the scene is being shot right there.
Yeah.
So, do you see a lot of it, or things have become better?
I mean, sometimes it's quite exciting. Sometimes it's difficult if you don't agree with it, right? I mean, Kashyap works like that.
Right.
But
that's a talent, actually.
Or Sriram works like that, actually. And sometimes it's exciting, as I said, but sometimes if you don't agree with what you've been given, it can be quite a challenge.
When it comes to this, it's such a nice woman-oriented film. Do you think of what legacy I'm going to leave with this film? Does this play on your mind, or you're like, okay, this is good fun, let's do it?
Good fun, let's do it. Legacy, though, I never thought about in my life, and I don't want to ever think about legacy.
Okay, why is that?
What is legacy? I'm dead. Who's gonna know what happens next? Like, I think this is too much self-importance, which I don't give myself anyway.
That's interesting.
Once you die, you die. Yeah. I mean, you don't even know what's gonna happen.
Right. People will remember your name. And
why do they need to remember A? And secondly, who's gonna know? Like, how can you think? I think it's absurd.
Very valid point.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think we give enough credit to homemakers?
No, I don't think we do at all. We don't give credit to homemakers. We don't give credit to house help.
Right.
Because like I remember my lovely Rajni Didi who comes home and cooks for us every day in Mumbai. And in the beginning when we decided to work together, like we've been working together for a long time now, and every day she used to be like, so how is it, and sometimes I'm like, why is she asking me every day, every day to say like great, and then I was like, when I go to work every day, do I want my director to tell me whether my scene, my performance was good or how was it, or give me criticism or tell me today this was not that good and this is that? I do.
Yeah.
I need feedback every day. So why doesn't she need that feedback? Of course she needs that feedback. And since that day, every day I tell her that this is not, today this was like this, that day was better, or today I'll say, this is great, please make it again. So I make sure that if I see her, I'll tell her every day how she's made the food, because we just take them for granted, don't we?
That's absolutely adorable. By the same logic, do you think we, at some point in life, we reach and we like, oh, my mom has done so much. But till the growing up years, we take that for granted. Do you want to tell the viewers or watching who may be in that phase and not reach that phase, what is that like? We should give them more credit, right? Of course.
I mean, my God, like how much they go through, because of, for us, especially mothers. I mean, their life always is secondary for them, and everything is up to you, and we take it for granted. It's like, and I just, the older I'm getting, the more I feel bad about sometimes how I've been with my mom.
Yeah.
And I've just taken things for granted and be like, oh, she's just complaining all the time, but this is what it is. And I feel like a stupid person thinking like that as a teenager and for a long time. But my God, they are the real heroes.
Yeah. No, we all have done that. So absolutely, we all have done that. Now you said you were shooting and you're shooting in all parts of Bombay. Is this again a busy time in your life when you're shooting, when you're getting interesting work?
This year's turned out to be quite busy so far. I mean, if things go as per the plan, it wasn't the idea. But I just finished a British film. It's called Sister Midnight, which was very hectic, 10 weeks of work. Then the next one is an American film, which I can't disclose yet because I'm just in the process of signing the contract. Then there's a Hindi film which I'll soon talk about. But yeah, I think that's it for me though. I think that's enough for a year.
You can go back to your writing.
To my writing, I need some time for my writing because I've been very cautiously taking decisions and I'm not taking a lot of work because I want to try and see if my writing is sellable at all. But let's see. It doesn't seem
your
like
name is only sellable here, so please give it your best shot.
Hi, this is Radhika Apte and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.